Alright guys, so this is the project. This is the progress on the project. Body panel's off, jacked it up, broke a tool getting that last tire off, so wait on that. But found a transmission online, gonna be picking that up this weekend or this week. And right now I'm gonna be prepping to get the trans out. I also found a brand new core support, so I'm gonna be in the process of removing radiator, anything attached to it, breaking some of these spot welds, pulling it. But my big thing is getting, intercooler off, starter off, exhaust off, axles out, and transmission lines out, so I can get the trans out this week. So I will keep you updated, because I want to get rid of that big old fat can under there. I'm gonna probably just chop it off and weld up an Invita N1 tip to it and make it a little less obnoxious. Maybe canter it a little bit, in line right here, and put it up in the bumper a little bit. So get the exhaust out of the way, get the sensors off. That one bolt on the turbo side is giving me an issue right there, so we're getting it off. She's soaking in PB Blaster, but I haven't been around a WRX in so long, especially these older 2.0 models, and that turbo is freaking tiny. It is like the size of my palm. That's freaking crazy. That thing is teeny weeny. But yeah, I'm getting picking up a trans this week. It's a 5-speed, but we'll be getting the CV axles off, getting drive shaft out, all these sensors unhooked, and then really just dropping the trans, getting all the hydraulic lines off, and yeah, so peace. Alright, so the exhaust is out. Just gotta get the last gasket out, which is, well, that was for me wrecking it, but she's wrecked. The face is good. That's garbage. There's the exhaust. It is a Raceland, if you guys could see. Raceland. I think this means it's not divorced, right? Or I don't know. The newer Subarus, they either have divorced or non-divorced, but I guess this turbo, the old one, yeah, so it's just straight from the wheel, which, let's check. Wow, the wheels on the exhaust side has no play, which is awesome. Let me see if I can get you in there. Little turby wheel, pretty good. That goes to the wastegate, which I don't know if that's supposed to be bent or not. I'm gonna take a look at another one or ask the forums real quick. We got some heat shielding fucking wrapping around, but cool. That makes it a lot easier to get to transmission stuff, which I'm gonna start here in a minute. I'm gonna start pulling, break those capsule nuts loose, break the CV axle loose, and you know what? I don't even need to break that. I'll probably just break these two, which are newer bolts anyway, because the BC coilovers are newer. So break those two loose, and then that should give it enough play to pop out transmission and just let it dangle there. And then I'll start working on the drive shaft. Alright guys, so I got the coilover, mounting bolts undone for both sides, and to relieve tension off the CV axle going to the trans right now. Getting off the, it is off the slave cylinder. Just going to tuck that away, get the starter off, and then probably go do drive shaft, and then check any other lines, and then see if I could get her on the ground. Wish me luck. Alright, under we go to drain the transmission. There's the old drain plug. Alright, drain plug, let's see. This one's a 20 mil. Usually it's a Torx, but Jesus Christ, that's tight. So we're gonna use some reinforcement real quick. Put you down underneath it. Hopefully you see that. And when in doubt, breaker bar it out. That goes. Oh, she's still there. We go. Pretty tight. Drain plug. Don't know what it was supposed to be torqued to, but it definitely wasn't. Let's see the fluid that comes out of this thing. Oh, nice. Fucking looks like straight diesel oil. This plug, I don't think it has a magnet on it. It's definitely an aftermarket plug. So we have no idea how much shavings or anything is in it, but I know for a fact gears are definitely chewed. So we'll let this drain and then probably get removing on the starter some other things. Clean this thing off, and there was a magnet. It's got a little bit of metal in there, and then I felt around, and there she is. Good metal shard. A couple other as well. Still draining, but I'm gonna move on to the next stuff. All right, so I took a little break, and transmission completely drained. I worked on the CV axles, couldn't get them out real quick, so I'm gonna hit them a little bit later. What I'm doing right now is doing the drive shaft, so I'm doing the rear and then the carrier bearing. But I had to go to Harbor Freight because I needed some stuff, and I had some coupons and some free stuff, so got that for free. Got a little light for free. And I had to pick up some extra like adapters because I broke a couple, so I'll put those away later. Also, I can't go out of Harbor Freight without spending a good amount of money. I only went there to get those couple things, but decided to buy an impact, which I didn't have. I only have the half-inch, so that's more for wheels and big stuff. But I need a half-inch for working with, I don't know, bolts that I could reach, which were a pain in the ass to just either ratchet or use a wrench. But that's gonna make life a lot easier. It was like $60. Have their drill, have that. So now I got 3 batteries, 2 chargers. I tried going for their open box. Like usually they have, like, somebody would bring them back and they'd be missing like the bag or a charger, and you get the drill or impact for cheaper, which they didn't have. So I paid damn near full price, but it's whatever. They usually discount me all the time, which is awesome. But yeah, I'm gonna use this out, see how it works. Got carrier bearing and rear whole drive shaft to get out. Peace. All right, so I got the drive shaft out. Right now, inspecting the U-joints, making sure they do all their things right. That one feels okay. This one I noticed. Carrier bearing's pretty decent. I mean, yeah, it's probably old as fuck, but they're pretty good. This, you can see that. There you go. All that. It's definitely not good, and it's got some wiggle to it. So, might as well renew all these U-joints and inspect the carrier bearing, or renew it before doing anything else, or like put it back in once the trans comes out. But now all I got to do is pop the CV axles, the rest of the bell housing bolts, and then the trans mount, and she's out. Alright guys, so I got all the bell housing bolts undone, all these wires disconnected, the mount is done, it's being supported by a jack right now, and I'm ready to start pulling back. I got one more bolt on the shift fork to do. The CV axle would not come out, it actually broke here, and I had to pop this battle area out. But yeah, you can see the separation in the trans, and I'm gonna be dropping it in a second, so I'll let you know.
All right.
So transmission out. Just gotta lower it now. It's clear of all the shit. Oh, it's gonna fall.
Oh, okay.
Too bad it's a busted trans anyway.
Oh my god.
And broken 5-speed is out. There's a clutch fork, that's in pretty good shape. Solid. Transmission is out. Yeet. I'm like a bull in a china shop. Alright, so the transmission is ready to be opened. Got the rear section apart and off. Got the new trans over there waiting to be swapped with this casing because this casing is good. But yeah, just pried it open. We're going to see what's inside for the first time. Moment of truth. Oh, that came out. Holy shit. There is fucking metal everywhere. There's pieces of it. There's just too much to even worry about. Holy Christ. But that's first. Third. Honestly, that one is shredded clean. This is not good. Luckily we have a good trans with good internals, but that is a lot of metal. Like there's no teeth right here at all on this bigger drive gear, and then no teeth here. Correct me if I was wrong with the fucking gearings. I don't know transmissions all that well, but I'm assuming bigger gears are those straight cut. So that seems to be good. These straight cut ones are good. All these gnarled ones are pretty bad. These roller bearings are decent. That's all decent. So yeah, those gears are shot. I'm literally just gonna pick these up. Once I break these caps off, swap the trans, clean it out, spray it down, call it a day. But that is ugly.